Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another book review. I just read Another by Yukito Ayatsugi, excuse me, it's Ayatsugi. I will pronounce this correctly. It's a non-English name, of course. But this is a horror story, if you can tell by the cover of the book. And it's very reminiscent of something out of Dark Water or The Grudge or even Lady in the Water, which I absolutely love. But The Grudge is my favorite, other than The Ring, of Japanese horror, the genre in and of itself. And this is based in Class 3. Now, if you know anything about Japanese mythology or superstition, the number 3 is horribly bad luck. And the same thing can be said of when you have 5 people and then the 5th person leaves and then you have 4, because I've heard that the number 4 actually sounds the same as their kanji for death. And I'm thinking maybe Yukito was going off of Chinese mythology, because in Chinese mythology, 3, or the letter that is 3, sounds like death. And that's probably why it integrated itself into the Japanese mythology and legend, old wives' tales, superstitions. But you have this young man who's doing the narration. His name's Koichi Sakaribara, and he talks about his middle school and the fact that these horrible, unexplained occurrences have been happening, the paranormal, and there's this supposed curse on Class 3 that has been occurring every year. And I mean, it really gave me chills. It seriously gave me chills. And normally books like that don't really do that, but the Japanese, in the way that they express horror, have such a good grasp of the psyche. And it's all about the unknown. It's about the things that we cannot see, or what's not supposed to be there, that appears out of nowhere and catches us off guard. It's the surprise, it's the jump scare, so to speak. And this was more of, oh my good Lord God, sort of thing. And how would you react in this situation? Would you have reacted the same way Koichi did? And oddly enough, it has kind of a happy ending. And I read at the very end, a leaflet actually states that there's a manga involved. And I may have to pick up the manga, because I'm very interested. I'm very intrigued by this whole idea. And talks about this this old tale, and it was the seven deities or something like that. The 7 deities, or the seven something or other. I couldn't think of what it was, but it was different. It was something I've never encountered before. I thought, I've never heard of that. Maybe I need to do a little bit of research. But it's a very short read, unfortunately. It's a page turner, and if you like horror, which I love horror, I prefer psychological horror versus hack and slash. And as you will know, you are aware that I adore Stephen King and his work, and just how he's able to pick at our conscience, or maybe your subconscious, the more reptilian brain, the fight or fright, and it really activates that whole sense of dread and fear and terror within your own mind. And when I was reading it, and I swear to God, I'm not crazy, but when I was reading this yesterday, I swear that I saw this kind of figure at the corner of my eye. I know it had to be in my imagination. It had to be, but I swear I saw something. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was because I was reading this book, but yeah, I don't want to even think about it. But despite that, it's really sensational book, a great horror book that will scintillate, completely leave you breathless and completely terrified if you're like me. But that's all I gotta say. So until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao tutti.